It's the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode here from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It is our mission to try to bring you some news you can use. Today is no exception to that rule. Follow me on Twitter, or should I say X, at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. We also have a 24-hour stream on our website at obnradio.com. And with all that being established, let us jump right into today's episode. Well, we've been talking about the bye week that the Panthers have this week within the Southwestern Athletic Conference, but there are some ever so important games on the docket for this coming weekend. And the one that is standing out to me the most and appears to be the most intriguing might not be necessarily on anyone else's radar. We know that there are some very critical matchups this coming weekend. FAMU at Texas Southern. That's going to be a critical game with the position that FAMU is in right now of securing the Eastern title for the Southwestern Athletic Conference. We're also aware that Southern University will be taking on Bethune-Cookman, which can be a very critical turning point for the Jags. But that's not the game that is on my radar. And when I bring this up, some of you might interpret the wrong way, but it is what it is. The game that is most intriguing for me this week is actually Mississippi Valley hosting Jackson State. Now, why is this game so intriguing for me? Number one, we know that Mississippi Valley is coming off their huge win against Pine Bluff last week, scoring 42 points. We also know that Jackson State, although mathematically are still alive, barring some type of collapse that FAMU has in these final games for the season, are still in somewhat of the Eastern Division race. They are coming off a homecoming loss. And to add insult to injury, the number one leading rusher in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Mr. Eric Mulligan, has been wearing a boot all this week and is still questionable if he would even be ready to dress out for this weekend's contest against the Delta Devils. Now, of course, Coach T.C. Taylor has not been, too forward with information in regards of the injury, and deservedly so. But could this be the prime setup for what would definitely be considered an upset throughout the conference for 2023? Now, we know that each and every year, there's always one of those games that comes out of nowhere. No one saw it coming, and it's in question. Could this be the week that we have that game? Mississippi Valley, in their opinion, this will be their SWAC championship game. Regardless of how many Jackson State has won, regardless if Jackson State does not consider it a rival, Mississippi Valley does, and that's what's important to them. They're coming off an emotional high. They have Jackson State right where they would like to have them, and Jackson State wounded, coming in and somewhat looking at their season fade away, you would think would be a jump start for them to have a massive game this weekend. But stranger things have happened. And it would not be surprising to me if this weekend Valley State pulls off the upset. Now, that kickoff is scheduled for 2 p.m. Central Time, and we'll definitely be keeping a close monitor on that specific event. And speaking of events, we made the mention that the flag football will be introduced to the rest of the world in the art of Olympics. And it's going to be very, very interesting, but it's also opening up some great potentials in the future. Would this be a sport, that of flag football, that will have a professional impact? We know that the NFL is backing this thing to the extreme. And would it even open up the collegiate area for competition? When you look at the dynamics of flag football, financially, it would be a lot less expensive to run a flag football program on any level. We know that they've been experimenting with flag football on the female side, in particular that of the NAIA division, and it's just something to keep a close monitor on how this project will continue to develop. But I'm still thinking that there is no way, and maybe I'm being a bit biased, that the U.S. should not dominate this particular sport when it's released in 2024. We'll keep a monitor on that and so many other things. Don't forget to join us for Football Friday. We'll hear from Coach Heish Northern. He'll talk about the things going on throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and you know he's going to have a story or two to share with us. Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget, follow me on X at The Mike Prince Show. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, but not only subscribe to it, hit the bell notification to be activated every time we release a new segment, and like the video segments so we can continue to grow as we've been. And we can't get it done without you guys. So as we say all the time, we couldn't get it done without you. And with that, I have run out of my limit for today, and I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.